Alec Baldwin's wife Hilaria D&M. After suffering ADC is a surgical procedure usually performed on a woman who has suffered a first trimester miscarriage. One day after confirmed she had suffered a miscarriage, she shared photos of herself undergoing what appeared to be a dilation and curettage, commonly known as ADC. ADC is a surgical procedure usually performed on a woman who has suffered a first trimester miscarriage. Once doctors on Tuesday, the 35-year-old fitness guru and wife of 61-year-old actor confirmed that her fifth pregnancy which she was over. "There was no heartbeat today at my scan," she told her Instagram followers. On Wednesday morning, she shared photos of her wearing a hospital gown. Alec was close by. She went on to ask for privacy and respect for her and her family. As sad as the news was, it wasn't shocking to the mother of four. The day she announced, "I always promised myself that, if I were to get pregnant again, I would share the news with you guys pretty early, even if that means suffering a public loss," she explained in a last Thursday. "I have always been." Hilaria didn't say exactly how far along she was, but most women are encouraged to keep their pregnancies private until they pass the safe mark, around the 12th week. She said she felt, "I have no shame or embarrassment with this experience," she shared. "There is so much." Hilaria then went into detail about the status of her baby, who hadn't been growing very much. "The embryo has a heartbeat, but it isn't strong," she explained. "So we wait." And she also asked those commenting on her vulnerable post to please be kind, adding, "I am feeling a bit fragile, and I need support. I am hoping that by." A few days later, Hilaria, where she shared with and that she had a crucial doctor's appointment later that afternoon to find out how her baby was doing. "I think I am going to have the answer one way or the other," she said. "I am pretty sure." Got a story or a tip for us? Email to fab. Subscription in progress. Thank you, you have successfully signed up.
Raindrop, truck top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.